wiped or something.
His demons were manifesting. He couldn't help it because that's what the name of Christ does. Praise God.
So I've read that the crucifix,
It's getting annoying a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
the horizontal portion of the
I like to turn
crucifix,
the jokes off.
the horizontal portion of the crucifix represents a woman. The vertical portion represents a man, which is the phallus or the energy, which is very much like the Kundalini chakra system of awakening of your pineal gland, which is really, in my opinion, a metaphor for self actualization. And Christ is in many ways a trans. And I think a lot of men today who dress up as women.
We hear the same repackaged lie over and over again. So you know the devil's working.
It's called trans psychology.
We were too.
Man, I'm just saying, bro. Until you can show me
It's more fun to me.
Oh man, I do
We
this,
can talk
bro.
about anything, yeah, but this is the funnest thing on the planet for me.
It's like Christ is always the common denominator, bro. Yeah, like 80% of the conversations on Clubhouse are Christ. So even when niggas don't believe him, yeah, you still glorifying him without knowing it. Even when you're blasphemizing his name, hey, you gonna have to pay for that when he comes back. So be ready. That's why I said I forgive you. And he was confused. He didn't know the answer. Oh, what?
This is Kamala Harris.
Would come through because these people have, like all these people that get their health care would have to go there. Because if it's good enough for a veteran, it should be good enough for them.
Well, no,
Well,
but
it's not.
Hey, actually, Mark, I was meaning to ask about the migrant problem we're having up here.
Yeah.
Do you think that's going to turn? I mean,
Is that going to turn around, Mark?
I'm friends with Tom Homan. That's another guy that endorses me. He was the head of ICE under Trump, and I actually know him personally, and he endorses me. You can see him doing that on my website and stuff. And anyway, and my slogan for my campaign is "Bring back ICE, vote for ICE." That's my slogan. And so anyway, I think within 2 weeks they can shut the border down, and then within a month or two they can start deporting at least the criminals, which will be like 1 million or more. That'll take a year or two to do, and it'll get started right away if we elect a Republican Congress and Senate and president.
No,
Really,
Mark, well, the most disturbing thing I seen when I was in Chicago, in Lakeview of all places, was the influx of Venezuelan illegal immigrants, and they would house them in the police stations, right?
No, they're out of the police stations, but that's even worse. Now they're look. My son Max, he's on Clubhouse sometimes. Max got mugged, and they sprayed 3 Venezuelan kids sprayed jelly like mace in his eyes and tried to rob him. And I mean, it's really, really bad. And then
Most people don't know that right now.
listen, when I was married, Plymouth Court, like in the South Loop, basically, or in the Loop, called the Standard Club, there's now 2,000 Venezuelans living in the hotel I was married at, the Standard Club. And check this out, in the last 52 weeks, I have the stats from 911 or from the Chicago police. The police were called to the Standard Club over 500 times in 1 year. So in other words, there's some kind of violent crime there. At least
I seen some of those
Times a day.
Look at cookies too.
Yeah, there's
They got
very
facial
scary.
tattoos and walking around. I'm like, whoa! I think the local gangs in Chicago said they're going to go to war with them. The black gangs.
That's funny, isn't it? I like that.
That's going to be a war. I mean, you got 100,000 gang members against that.
Police won't protect us. Listen, the violent crimes in Chicago, I'm running for Congress. I know these stats by heart. There's a 5% arrest rate. So that means if you commit rape or murder, whatever, you have a 95% chance of getting away with it.
What?
Not even being
As opposed to what's the standard in the whole country?
I don't know, but a lot higher than that. Like
probably 80%.
Yeah, and then, by the way, if you get arrested, don't forget you get right out, and you probably don't even get prosecuted because they got like Kim Fox in there and people like that that don't give a shit. So you got like a 1% chance of going to prison, and then beyond that, we now know from ICE itself that this is minimum. These numbers are very low, but there's 430,000 criminals that are convicted criminals in their home countries they came across. 400, 500,000 basically, and of that, it's like 13,000 of them are convicted murderers.
I heard that.
And
Like triple murder.
Yeah, and 15,000 are rapists. Convicted. Like, forget the ones that got away with it. But then we have several million gotaways, and we don't know how many of them are murderers. But that's where most of the murderers and rapists and violent criminals would be, because they're the, if you come to this country illegally, you want to get a free hotel and a free cell phone and a free everything, right? And so the ones that are gotaways, they don't get any of that. And the reason you wouldn't want to get that was because you're on the.
Well, Mark, I wanted to bring this point up in public, but I'm afraid to get shot in the head, which is the fact that the cartels are the ones that fund the human trafficking and the drugs and blah, 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 a lot more.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
you pay them, and again, off the record, I dated a woman, she was illegal, and she lived in 55th and Kedzie years ago, blah, 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 and she'd say, I got here through coyotes, and you'd pay at one point for the smuggling routes to get here illegally. Now they're doing it just to get them over here, sex trafficking, all this, and then whatever. They're taking everybody, so they're taking the Venezuelans right through Mexico, and then boom, boom, boom.
No, it's not a secret. No, everybody.
It is to a lot of people. For us, it's not.
Thinks so. It's in
A lot of
the.
people think that it's fairy dust.
I don't know. Only really lefties that are like smoking the peace pipe think that
Most
this.
of the people on here, I would say, are leftists, to say the least.
Yeah, but they even look, if we had a vote today, even the leftists in Chicago would vote not to be a sanctuary city at this point. You know
Let
what I
them
mean?
suffer. Honestly, Mark, I kind of want to see them suffer more.
Well, but it's bad, man. It's already how much.
We're gonna become like Detroit.
Well, we're there. I don't know how different we are. I told you, 5% arrest rate. Crime is up 50%. They won't really.
I know.
It's up 50. It's not up a little bit. It's up a whole lot. And guess how I've been to 5 kids, mostly young kids that are dead from fentanyl. These are suburban. We lived in Glencoe for almost 30 years.
That's nice.
Lily White, fancy suburb. 5 dead kids in our neighborhood. Not together, differently.
I know, but that's that's always been. I grew up with. That's. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But the kids were dying. Like, kids would maybe OD or they would be on drugs, but not dead. A lot of kids. There's 100.
They've been doing that since I was. I lost 3 friends to opioids, and these are successful people.
Yeah,
these aren't knockarounds.
You're talking about fentanyl or something else?
The cartels, what they did. See, I don't blame the cartels for this. I blame whoever lets the cartels operate.
Yeah.
And the consumer is partially to blame. Let's be honest.
No, I don't think so, because these are young kids, man. They're not cartel members. They're just buying.
No, but they're doing drugs. I was around. I did heroin, my friend, once, and I snorted it, and they said, "Wow, this is 99% pure," and this is what El Chapo was running the show.
It could have had fentanyl in it. You could.
It didn't. I was lucky, but nowadays it does. I'll never do it again.
Right.
But even then, without the damn fentanyl, I'm like, this drug should not be consumed because it's going to only ruin your life.
Right.
I did it when I was older, so I was like, nah, I'm good. Just enough.
No, but nowadays you have a much better chance of being like you did. You made a decision. You weren't thinking really a lot about it, and you should at least be alive. But kids are dying from trying different things, not knowing what's in it, and they're dead. And it's a lot. It's 300.
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that.
300 kids a day. You divide 110,000.
Mark, you know what kind of changed my mind about all this is if you ever looked up videos of Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia, I suppose.
Seen it.
It's zombie land over there. Is it like is that equivalent to what we have like on the west side, maybe? Like that we used to have on
Garfield Park is kind of like that.
Garfield Park's always been funky. It's mostly black, right?
It is. It's a shame. But that's true. But
there used to, when I was a kid, there used to be Madison Avenue was bad, and they had that pimp.
Yeah, that's right.
Remember that pimp, Don Juan or whatever? He was a bishop or something.
I don't know.
He had a green Rolls Royce.
No.
Doug's friend.
This was nuts.
He was Snoop Dogg's buddy.
No, what's his name? What's his name though? There was a real pimp.
It's Don Juan. His name was
Don Juan. He was a bishop or something.
Don Juan.
Yeah, so
This is as long as I've ever
lined up in the middle of the day. This guy's a real pimp. And on Madison Avenue, I'm driving around, I'm hearing about him in rap songs. And I'm like, wow, Chicago's crazy. Like, it's unlike anything I've ever seen. Like, even compared to New York.
Well, so that's why I'm running. Like, I didn't want to run unless I thought I had a chance to win, you know? So I picked a district. You don't have to live in the district, so I don't even live in it. But I picked the one that is the most purple, you know, that's been...
Well, it's rich, though, too. The one you got, Mark, is rich.
No, I don't. See, I don't. I live in the city, and my district is not so... It's like, it's the northwest side, and it's...
What's it called?
Well, it's 3 counties. It's Cook, Kane, and DuPage, and it's kind of like the middle of all that stuff, like Schaumburg...
Schaumburg? Yeah. In the airport.
But it's not I wouldn't call it a rich area. You know, it's like very middle class, I'd say.
Well, what do you think about John, aka Edmund, Chicago Cheeseburger, Beverly Hills Pawn Shop? You know,
I know John. I know him in real life.
I do too. I can call him right now.
Yeah,
Who's that?
He lives in Chicago. He ran for House of Representatives for the state.
No.
No, he ran for committee, man. My son.
Yeah, committee.
Max. I mean, do that.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. I am wrong. I'm sorry.
No, I know, but he's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's funny. People don't get his sense of humor. Sometimes, you know.
Well, he's off the rails for sure.
Yeah, but some people I think get triggered by him, and they shouldn't. He's not trying to hurt anybody, you know.
Yeah, no, but if you ever need help, you know, during your campaign, I'll come up to Chicago. John will let me stay on his sailboat, and I'll come up there and I'll work in your call center.
Wait, so do you know my son? Do you know Max?
Probably not by the name Max, but I mean, I've been on here. The only reason I'm on Clown House is because of John.
Oh, that's funny. So John and my son Max are good friends, and my son is the one who ran for Congress. He ran twice now for U.S. Congress, not my same district, and he is very active in politics, and he got John to he actually he created a whole new party, and he and John and he also got John to run for and helped him get signatures and everything for committeeman, and my son ran for committeeman too at the same time, and you know he got knocked off the ballot, whatever, but he at least tried.
Yeah, but dude, I mean, here, let me see if I can actually call him right now. Contacts, Call.
He actually lives.
31 area code 312. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, call him if you want, but he lives really near my district, but not quite in it.
Damn, Mark, it's a small world, huh?
Yeah, you
Hey,
don't.
Mark, we should go out sometime and celebrate when you win.
You don't have to call me doctor. I'm. This is John.
Where's John in here? Love.
Hey, baby. They were asking me if I know you, John.
Yeah. Yeah, I met Doctor on Instagram. I think I was reading Marcus Aurelius, and that's how I know Doctor. And then he heard me live streaming Clown House onto Instagram. He says, "What is all this?" I said, "This is called Clown House."
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that was right when my mom was passing away, and like John has been a heaven sent in my life for sure.
Yeah.
John Moy?
AKA Love, that's in the room with us. I'm talking about the person we're talking to now.
Oh, your name's John?
Yep. I was reading Marcus Aurelius, which is Stoic philosophy, Roman psychology, basically.
Well, that picture's throwing me off, man. I have a weakness for women. Change that, please.
What is that? Who is that, John?
It's just some chick from a dating app picture. I was like, just took a screenshot.
She looks good. Look,
I'm her publicist.
But Jacob, give me a second. John, do I know Max, Mark's son?
No, you haven't been introduced. You haven't met him now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I knew or not.
No, I talk to him all the time. He's just he doesn't come on Clown House. He's busy doing what he does.
He's used to come on here a little bit. When we used to have a lot of fun and get people all pissed off. It was funny.
Yeah, Max was doing this from the very beginning, right? On Clubhouse.
I think I was on it before him, and then I would get him on here, and we would talk about politics, gaslight all the libtards and stuff. It was fun.
I was listening to a room once, and you jumped in, Mark, and you were like, "Yeah, I'm actually with Trump right now behind the stage," and I was like, "Wow!" And everybody went bananas.
I remember that. They got so mad at me, right? It's so funny. Whenever I name drop, because I'm actually, John, I'm running for Congress, and I know a lot of these people, and they just freak out because most of them are such posers. It's fake, everything they're saying, and I'm use my real name, and I talk about the truth, and it freaks them out, and they get so mad, the ones that hate me, and they just go on and on. They've had whole rooms about me. I'm a liar and I'm a scumbag and blah blah blah. So funny.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And what really, really, really upsets me, really makes it's Clubhouse. It's mostly
But John, but Mark, the thing when I said that, I know a guy in Chicago that if I go there, I will stay on his sailboat and I'll help you with your campaign. Yeah, I'm gonna make John let me stay on the Lady Hawk. That's the name of his boat, by the way. And then, I'll come up there and help you, bro.
John, how come I haven't been on the Lady Hawk? I live on Lakeshore Drive now, John.
Because you don't have blonde hair and a big
Mark,
two
hold
big
on.
jugs.
Mark, hey, hold on. Mark.
What?
I was staying in Lakeview, so I would get off right next to the beach. I forget the damn Irving Park Road.
Belmont Harbor? Oh, Irving Park? Okay.
North of there. Next to Recreation in a drive.
Yeah, that's where John has his boat, because there's a restaurant and the beach is like 10 minutes
you
away.
can walk there. Mark, it's beautiful. Lakeview. I was dating this girl. She was in Lakeview. And beautiful place. I love Lakeview.
Nice. Is that the illegal alien you were talking about?
No, this is years ago. No, that was on the south side. No, this was a half white, half black woman that lived with her sister, and her dad was African American. He's like, "Hello, how's it going?" And I'm like, "Good, sir."
Wait, if I told you guys this, John, I live now on the 1200, or actually the 1400 block of Lakeshore Drive. So I'm on Lakeshore Drive, and behind me is Astor, and my neighbor on Astor right behind me is Pritzker.
Wow.
So I live right behind Pritzker.
Yeah.
So every morning I take my dog Milton, and Milton shits and pees on his mouth. True.
He's in Tokyo lobbying, and Johnson is in London lobbying. What it's unbelievable. These people have no leadership capabilities whatsoever. They don't give a damn about security in the city.
They can give a shit about us. But wait, but listen, do you guys think that there's any truth to it? If you go on Twitter, all you will see is about Waltz being a child molester and
Yeah.
affidavits by all these kids he molested. Is this?
Oh my
Yeah.
lord!
Yeah, I read the letter twice on Clown House out loud, and
What do you think?
it seems pretty damning to me.
I don't know. He has to be
Hello?
convicted.
What's
And I'll say it like John says. Hello.
The point,
But,
the
but is it? Could it be Democrats doing that to try to make us look bad? That we're, they'll blame it on us and that it's all
No.
fake and they.
no people
Made it
got gay.
sound-
Mark, the guy has jazz hands, and people have gaydar. The guy's a fruit.
No, he looks like he fits.
Yeah. He belongs in Boys Town.
Dude, the first time I saw him, I knew he was a twat waffle.
Okay, but if this comes out and it's credible, I think that's the election, right? You can't vote for a child molester.
Well, why the hell? The guy doesn't even seem masculine at all. He's never been to a gym.
I was in Tiananmen Square when I was deployed, and bitch, you weren't at Tiananmen Square and you never were deployed. Shut the fuck up. Stop lying.
It's one of those things
Yeah,
where,
come on.
if
believe
you know,
that guy
like,
looks like a male tampon.
look at Bill Clinton and Monica. It all came down to the genetic information on that blue dress. So there has to be some kind of connecting piece of evidence where they can actually go to the police department, and file the charges and lawyer up and get on TV on Fox News and be with Trump. I mean, it's possible he could be a great asset.
No, but John, even if forget the trial, if they just indict him or they file a lawsuit and that information then has to get picked up by mainstream media, I gotta think that like 5 or 10% of the people who would normally vote Democrat are going to be turned off to vote for a child molester, right? And that would swing the election. That's
Well,
the October surprise.
You could write a letter of condemnation.
No, but
I'm going to tell you right now, Mark, the thing that's going to really really appeal to the younger crowd is Trump's going to go on Joe Rogan next week.
Oh, is he really? That's great.
Yeah. They've already.
You guys know he was here today. He was here in Chicago.
Yeah, but the idea but Trump to Joe Rogan is like a path to cheating.
Yeah, because Joe Rogan, he didn't even like Trump. He supported Kennedy, the vice
Yeah,
president.
but Kennedy supports Trump now.
Well, yes, but that's why I think he's doing it. Joe Rogan.
Yeah. But Joe Rogan's audience is people that probably
Do a lot of drugs.
Trump, isn't it?
No,
but it's,
dude, what?
Shut up, dude. I like Joe Rogan. I'm just saying.
well, Rogan's a Trumper now. He's not.
I don't think he is.
No,
I think he has to be because
but the thing is, Joe Rogan grew up. But Jacob, Joe Rogan grew up like I did. I grew up poor, and I got assistance because my mom got assistance. My mom got pregnant when she was 15, so I grew up, in the bottom end of things before I was able to come up where I am now. But he had a very similar upbringing, a tough start, but it didn't stop him from being where he is now. But he never wanted to help either one, Democrat or Republican, because he didn't want to be in that political realm like that. Not unless he's talking with what's his nut from the Libertarian Party, Smith or whatever.
Yeah.
But the point being is Joe Rogan didn't want to give him a platform to talk or a ticket or part of his fame to be able to have a platform to talk. But that's changed in the last month or two. And Joe Rogan and
Can you take a bullet for your country or two, maybe?
Yeah.
Second Amendment. I think it kind of changes things. That's what turned me. My mom said she's a hardcore Democrat. She says,
But Mark, I wasn't kidding.
when that money
I'll come up and help you and your son Max on
Wait, is your mom-
that. As long as John lets me stay on the lady on.
What is your mom voting? What? Your hardcore
They're all
Democrat mom?
confused. They're not voting for Kamala.
Trump or for Who's your mom voting for?
Trump, it has to be. When he got hit in the air with the bullet.
No, but she's a hardcore Democrat. Said that changed her mind.
Dude, Mark, I'm a registered Democrat.
Anyway.
But Mark, when I signed up for selective service when I was 18 in '93, like I had an idea of like what classical liberalism was, where there was a bunch of KKK guys up north, and they arrested the Grand Dragon and his number 2 guy, and then like 2 Hasidic Jews became their lawyers in order to be able to prove that free speech and like even if I don't like what they're saying, they still have the right to say it. And that was classical liberalism, but liberalism from what I grew up with is not the leftism of what it is today.
Right. You're right. The AFL-CIO, the guys defending the guys.
Well, I mean, talking to these pro-Palestinian, festivals going on. And it's like, come on, leave the Jews alone. They don't even bother anyone.
They have a lot of power.
Yeah,
In the state of Texas, it feels
leave
like
these
so many
people
about
alone.
I went,
versus
you guys could look
urban
at my
and-
social media for my campaign. I went to all the Palestinian protests
Two big issues
around
that are
Chicago
personal to Texans.
with my Israeli
And explain to
flag.
her
and
why it's
Yes,
perfectly
yes.
reasonable that because she had a
Yeah, 'cause they're a bunch of,
complication in her
like,
pregnancy, was
idiots.
denied
They don't
care
even know what
so
they're
long
talking
that she may never be able to
about.
have children of her own.
Dude, I would go to the American flag, and the first person that touched me, I'd shoot in the fucking face.
Under this law that
Okay,
you call
no, you wouldn't. You'd
perfectly
get shot.
reasonable.
Hey,
You'd
Georgia,
get
I don't give a shit. Try that down here in Georgia.
We have a website. It's called allredfacts.com.
But the irony is, a lot of them were
Allredfacts.com.
gay, so a lot
Every
of them
time he
were like
gives an answer, just click on
lesbians for this and
allredfacts.com.
gays
Yeah, they
for
were like,
husbands.
Palestine.
Vote
I'm like,
the
you know what
cast.
they're gonna do?
Now ask-
Like take you off the roof and then just throw you.
They would be shot. They would literally be a bullet to
They don't
the head of the
know.
gunner.
They're misguided. It's like the people that were rooting against us in Vietnam.
When I was growing up, we called the Zulus spear chuckers, and like in modern days, we call the Palestinians queer chuckers.
I haven't heard that. That's funny. That's a good one.
Yeah. Apparently they support, kidnapping women and children, keep them in tunnels for a year, raping them, and then whatever. It's like, get the hell out of here. Anybody with a mind knows this is stupid. You don't want to support these people. And then they make videos of them doing it as if it's like a noble thing.
Dude, I could show you a video, Jacob, of a guy with a rusty knife, and it took him
I don't wanna
15
hear
minutes to cut a dude's head off because the knife was so rusty. Like, you want to see a video like that?
No, I don't.
I lived in Iraq for almost a year and a half, bro. I mean, I've seen the worst of what people do to people, and yeah, Mark, I'd be happy to stay in John's boat and come help you with your campaign, sir. Something.
Who's off about that guy?
Damn, who's this? Hello?
Hello.
That's a nigga.
Why do you have Eric Andre in your PTRs?
Yo, who's this? Y'all know this guy?
Let me see.
Well, this is actually a picture of me with Eric Andre.
Yeah,
And that's a picture of me, Eric Andre.
I wish. That's Eric Andre's main squeeze.
You don't even know who that.
Accident. I don't know why I keep doing that. Whoops.
I don't like that.
Maybe he was going through some stuff, like how the heart love.
Meow.
I'm here. I'm here.
Learned Apollo.
Meow.
Oh, man, you gotta control your cat. You gotta control it.
I don't like that cat.
Down, pussy. It happens. They see the kitty.
They see the
like
kitty.
pussy, but this one seems to be a little interrogative.
Interrogative.
Johnny, I feel like I need to listen to it right now. I'm gonna listen.
Yes, you should.
Is that Johnny, that goddamn hillbilly, white trash trailer park, Kool-Aid drinking motherfucker?
And we don't start with the language, man. There's no sense in the language. All right.
That's probably me. Yeah, that's probably me.
He's a dingus. Okay, I'm gonna listen to it. Let's see.
That happens sometimes. Do you know that some people doing segregation and stuff, that they didn't write books until they were older and stuff, till they felt comfortable talking about it? Like, come on, so that the stuff that
Equivocation, right? Because on the one hand, he said,
Otherwise, I don't want to.
You can find this on the internet.
I'm not looking for you. The one who get to claim you. The one. Show me the evidence. Show me the money.
What is
I'm not interested in your story.
Just a minute. What is the definition of a war crime, L?
You look it up. What are you asking me for? I'm not a dictionary. It's not that I don't know. It's that you're trying to. If you don't speak English, go take an English class. I can recommend one to you if you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Learn from you. I'm just trying to know. Look, I'm Japanese. Excuse my I'm not native speaker. I'm Japanese. I'm from Japan. I want to know what is the definition for you, L?
Do you have a phone? Do you have a phone? Look it up.
No. Because some people say that what happened in Ukraine is a war crime, for example.
Right.
But what happened in Kazakh?
Hello, this is Norman Finkelstein. I'm Norman's brother from another mother, and I came to complain because the genocide is a scandal, and we all have to look in the mirror and decide if we're gonna be on the side of good or the side of evil. And El Normo is not on the right side of history on this one. In the 60s, he was a progressive who believed in the peace movement, but now we've got a situation that is completely untenable. I'm complete. This is Norman Finkelstein. I'd like to say more, but I really am annoying, and I know that I will ruin your room if I keep going.
Sometimes I think you need a laxative, by the way.
You could be right. I might need to do breathing exercises, yoga meditations.
Exactly.
So I was looking at the map from Israel from the 1940s to the 1960s, and I was a little confused. Why was Jerusalem totally surrounded by the Arabs?
I can answer that if L doesn't mind, and he can bear my English because I'm Japanese. I'm not a native speaker.
Really, I'm Italian.
I'm not native.
You want some pizza?
Just remember that you didn't answer me. Okay, when I asked you what is a war crime.
Yeah.
A war.
I told you. What did I tell you to do? I told you to look it up.
You didn't answer. Okay, no problem.
Dimi, I hate to interrupt, but did you know that Christopher Columbus was a Sephardic Jew? This was great news for Jewish history. Jews discovered America.
Yeah, he was a Jew. He was from that.
Pretty soon we're going to discover Arabia.
They call themselves the Hadarim, or I don't know the name. I forgot. Like, what do you call them?
The Mizrahi.
Yeah, let me tell you what happened. What happened?
You know, you guys are committing genocide on the English language right now. I just want to tell you that. I'm thinking of filing a complaint.
Thank you, no problem. What happened is, love, just like 1 minute L. What happened, love? It was in 1896. There was a man who's, and he's gay, by the way. His name is Theodore Herzl.
Tim Waltz? The pedophile? Slept with that 14-year-old? Boy,
So,
12 times.
Is that what you named your camel?
Like,
Is that-
like me and Love,
Is it-
me and Love are trying to have like.
listen, I don't mind that you're gay. I am very open-minded. I'm an American. So we're happy with you can be as gay as you want. If you want to call your camel Theodore Herzl and make love to it, I don't care.
No problem. So, Love, I told you that this man, this gay.
What happened with Theodore Herzl? Did he make a deal with the Sultan of Turkey and the Ottoman Empire?
No, I will tell you.
Did you hear that Andy Warhol was gay, by the way? I heard he was gay.
Colossal.
What's that mean?
That's what the Sultan of Turkey said to Theodore Herzl after he granted him the nation of Israel.
Thank you. Should have said Toda Rabbah.
So the stories go that gay man called Theodor Herzl, he saw a lot of bad things in Europe that happened.
Did you ever see a man have such a great beard? He was very stylish.
You know what I heard?
He was very clean.
First of all, that Sigmund Freud and Theodore Herzl are the same person. I've never seen them together.
Wow.
I think that might be the same person.
I think
Also,
you...
The Batman and Bruce Wayne or something. But anyway,
Yes,
so
I think
this
there you
gay.
go.
You know...
What's the name of Captain America? Steve Rogers from Captain America. Same person.
Well,
Also, Bruce
Demi,
Banner in The Incredible Hulk.
Demi, what do you think the Israelis should do to bring about peace in the region?
He wants us to be Dimmies, just like his name.
Let's just like note that he's attacking me. I'm not
Demi,
saying
what is a
something
Demi?
true.
You're dim-witted.
Me, how did I attack? How did I attack? I said we're gonna be Dimmies. How is that an attack?
No, you
You're not a
attacked.
victim
You
mentality.
attacked. You attacked. Yeah, listen. My mother, she's Israeli. But look,
You have a victim mentality. Very unattractive. Very feminine. Very feminine.
You
Very
attack
gay.
my language. You attack my language.
Wait, you're murdering my language and now you're feeling the victim?
Which are you American or Israeli? Like
Stop
are you
right now.
American?
Stop the genocide of the
Wait,
English
are
language.
you Israeli?
I'm a Jew.
So you're not Israeli.
Oh, well, I'm a Jew. Every Jew is linked to the land of Israel by our soul.
Oh, your soul.
Yeah, you heard of a soul?
So-
Or do you don't believe it? Are you a kafir?
Okay, so wait. So let's start one by one.
Are you a kafir?
This gay man called Theodor Herzl.
Wait a second. I asked you an important question. Do you believe in God?
You don't want me to ask you.
I don't want you to talk about your camel named Theodore Herzl. It's a dumb name for a
No.
camel.
I'm talking about. No, listen.
You should call your camel Ahmad or something, not Theodore Herzl.
Look. I'm
Makes
just
no
going to
sense.
ask you, L. Listen to me. You are smart.
I need a good... Love, could you give me a good name for a camel? This guy is a...
Listen to me, L.
What's a good name for a camel?
If look. Do you believe, L?
Yakov.
And Yaakov is a good name.
L.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Jerusalem or Palestine or whatever?
Fresh water and jugs, like so I was good with the like food.
We have not become them. And I want us to take a step back.
I want to rebuke Lucifer before I even get introduced to the stage.
Love, don't do me like that, love. I'm in a deep thought. I'm just trying to speak real quick. Give me 30 seconds.
Go ahead. No.
Right?
Don't let him
But
blow the high.
at the end of the day, to say, have we become them? The answer is no. Do we admire them and look up to them and want to be like them and use them as some justification of success and judge our children based off of their standard of success? Yes, but we have not become them because we still have empathy, sympathy, love, humanity. We still have the cookout. We still have the family understanding. We have to do better, but we still, it's not that fucking bad. That goddamn. Come on now, take a step back.
So let me play tug of war too, respectfully, right? So to your point, I think it's even worse if it's becoming. If it's forever becoming versus became, I think that's worse because niggas are not realizing you still have an option to get out of this trajectory.
But thanks for coming. Hope you come again.
So and shout out to Clone. You still have an option to step outside of this realm, but we voluntarily. So that's telling us we still have a chance to voluntarily step out of this bullshit.
Man, you ain't no sovereign citizen.
But how you step out of it is teaching the children, teaching a new generation.
You can't step out of that. You gotta do it. It's work.
Thank you, Mel.
Yeah, I know this guy.
Oh, thank you, Mel. Thank you.
Kick me.
The Romans, they Italian.
No, the Romans aren't there anymore. The Romans aren't there anymore.
No, I'm saying it belongs. They can.
No, right
also
now,
come there.
today, there are Samaritans, there are Druze, there are Yazidis, there are Christians, there are Jews, there are Arabs, and Israel, and there are Baha'i. Israel is the place where people can live together in freedom and tolerance, and that's a good thing for the region.
The thing that I notice every time I ask you about 1 + 1, you tell me 2, and you start to jump on. I ask a simple question.
You know what?
Your
questions are stupid, Demi. Your questions
no,
are
because
stupid.
because
So
you're
what
not.
I'm doing is, what a good teacher does is you take a stupid question and you give a beautiful answer.
You know, Demi, I'd like to maybe interrupt and reset your room. I'd like to read you a poem, if I may, Demi. I feel like a little break from your typical Jew hating is in order. I want to read you a poem. It's called, let's see here, Chinese Music. Explain this happening. Demi, I'm trying to read you a poem here. Don't interrupt me. This is important.
Not the English language.
No, fuck down. So listen, I can put my fucking dick inside your ass, for example. I can call your names. I can do whatever I want. I invited your fucking ass so we can have a discussion. So not every time I ask you about, not every time I ask you about, do you think you told me, what should we do with the mullah? Should we kill the mullah?
Nigga, respectfully, if you woke up.
That nigga just woke up?
No, if you scroll up probably like 20 minutes
No, that was
ago.
the last room. That was the last room.
He woke
That
up
was the
20
last
minutes
room.
ago?
Oh, wait.
That was the last room.
That was it. Wait, this is a new room?
Yes.
Every time, man.
Wait, how's this a new room?
Correct.
Wait, I'm confused. The motherfuckers went.
Wait.
In the comments, dude.
This is
Before you made the room, Nick, remember the last room went boom?
Well, I would like to read a poem to all you suicidally depressed doom scrollers on Clown House. It's called The Mass of the Phoenix. The magician hello.
Oh, it's really fucking hard.
Average person. Stop pretending like
I would say lying, but he didn't marry American Girl.
Anyways, let's go back to capitalism. Let's go back to.
I'm just saying, Jovan might giggle about it, but like, if you're honestly going to debate in this community, I think you can recognize, and you too, him, is that you can recognize how that is disingenuous and poisoning.
To do what? For what, though?
To posit information that's not necessary in the current topic, right? His drinking alcohol has nothing to do with the topic at hand.
I'm not even. Look, the thing
James,
James, I'm way past that. I don't even care about that.
And the reactions.
And they found out that the tribal hunter-gatherer men would work roughly 8 hours a day, okay? And then the rest of the time
Sounds like you're describing these N-words in chillism.
The rest of the time was spent on leisure tasks, okay? But what happens now is that the average person in modern society works 15 hours a day. Keep in mind that I'm not just talking about you punching in and punching out. I'm talking about when you get home, washing clothes, doing all of the extra duties because you can't do them during the 8
Clown
hours
House
a day.
all day long.
Who is this dumb fucking idiot miking up?
Who is this dumb idiot getting all angry over a dumb idiot?
We let him in here every once in a while.
Actually, come to think of it, Shabo, it's you.
Bro, I contribute to conversations. I'm like this fucking dumb nigga. Okay, so fucking get him out of here.
Ooh.
Ask me, who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
I don't give a fuck who you are, whether you're a mod or not. I'm gonna say my piece, motherfucker. I'm OG civilian, bitch.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
You're gonna say it with your chest and expect me to listen to you because you said it.
I don't give a fuck what you listen to.
Oh,
Be
what
dumb.
a big strong man coming in yelling at
I was talking about the average hours a day that people work in modernity is like almost twice the amount that the primitive man worked. And the capitalism basically fooled you hook, line, and sinker to work a much harder day and a much longer day than anyone in the human history had to work. The great
Man, that ain't true. You ain't never been on a plantation.
The hardest working animal is the human man.
That's a fact. Only man is the only animal that can.
And the work was much more laborious and dangerous, and the world was not nearly as convenient and satisfactory as it is today.
Primitive people have higher levels of happiness and lower depression levels than the modern man.
The purpose
Modern man has higher levels of depression.
The purpose of life was to work. Work was life.
And they were happier. The modern men have higher suicide rates, depression than any primitive society in the history of the world. Okay? So don't sit here and pretend like it's more convenient and life is so much better. No, you hate your life, you hate your wife, you hate your kids, you hate your boss, you kill yourself.
Of what the primitive
I love
depression rates were amongst men. This would be I would love to see the sources for the primitive depression rate.
Bluetooth is.
You know they have them because there are still primitive societies today, dumb motherfucker. You don't even know anything about modern anthropology. No, that's how dumb you are. You don't realize that there's primitive societies still in the Amazon right now. They have lower suicide rates. They fucking have lower depression rates, and they've been clinically studied. That's how fucking dumb you are. You think the only way that that's possible
to get nearly the same shit that we have access to, dummy.
That's the point. That's the point.
Dumbass argument for
that's the whole point.
About how the modern world is horrible because chemicals and Monsanto. I'm so fucking sick of this fucking pessimistic.
You can't argue. You can't extract an argument. You're pseudo-intellectual. You can't even understand an argument.
Get your life together. Purchase a roof for your head. Purchase a bed to lay in.
Okay, let's go through Florida's line.
Get a roof and get a bed.
Fraud and anti-intellectual really quick because he needs
to get be an intellectual, Shamos. I'm telling you to get your dick out of your fucking.
No, you're
one like the one who's birthday party's gonna be like gets suspicious.
I just want to remind the room that Sela is a vehement Jew hater and she's constantly platforming Jew hate and she's an anti-Semite. Shame on you, Sela, you Jew hater, you anti-Semite.
Okay, so that guy's a troll. He is the...
It does matter when you're living in America and you need to live off of minimum wage. It does matter. It does matter when they're projectile when they're
Gotcha, Sela. That's what I call a snipe. A Jew hate.
They are judging you for who you.
and get a job on a farm.
Yeah, that's only true once they were put on reservations and stolen all of their land and given a meaningless existence. Yeah. It wasn't while they were free and roaming the plains for buffalo, dumb motherfucker.
Right. That was after Spain, Europe,
and
France.
You're not an intellectual, Florida. You just think you're smart because you're a white guy and you've got a slightly higher IQ than most people in this room. You're not a fucking intellectual. I will clap your ass.
What would you do about your white tie? Shit. If you were black, you'd be nothing. You probably are nothing already. But if you were black, you'd be.
Oh wow, white privilege. I'm a Jew too. You want to call Jewish privilege too?
That's not even a. If you were black, you would be nothing. Wow, that's crazy, bro.
Why can't we just be one?
Yeah. Just straight up racism. Yeah.
Black community, and people would look at him and say, "Hey, you can't support the black community." You got this white boy looking down on the black community, Florida man, and y'all give him praises. I just see the biasness, man.
I felt that. That shit was crazy, bro.
Yeah, that was some bullshit.
If you let me in Florida go at it for 30 minutes, I'd have him exposed as a fucking fraud.
How about we? This
dude is a fucking fraud.
Let's do that. Yeah, hey, one mic on Florida and Shamos. I think Florida man will get clapped up.
I probably would. I'm not interested.
You're a fucking fraud. You need to hold your tongue. You're not an intellectual.
You gotta hear with what I said, Shamos.
You have really shallow
like slinging your brain across the fucking stage isn't my point. It was never my point.
This is the point in this room. This is what it's about, slinging your brain across the room.
I don't say shit that's not well thought. I know what I'm talking about. I know how they got the statistics for the primitive cultures. I know how many hours a day they work. I know how many hours a day modern cultures work. I didn't make this shit up. I've been doing this for years, motherfucker. You don't know who the fuck I am. I invented chillism, bitch. I've been debating online for like 12 fucking years with a bunch of fucking fools like you that think they're fucking smart. I'll back you down so fucking quick.
Well, let's do it then. What's the topic?
Shut your white ass up, Joe. This is about Shamo. I'm Florida man. Shut up, Joe. Shut up. Listen,
referee this
shit. You guys know I don't engage in dumb shit like this on the.
What do you mean? What do you dumb shit? What are you talking about dumb?
Never have I ever asked to go 30 minutes one-on-one against a man on the internet for anything.
Oh my God! Come on, Florida man.
Never would I ever ask for 30 minutes one-on-one with a man.
It ain't gonna be 30 minutes. How about 5 minutes?
How about 5 minutes?
Why don't you just do it?
He already knows what time it is. He's already rolled over and shown his belly.
Lion went against Shamos. They went against it 3 times.
What do you want to talk about?
You guys are
there you go. There you go, Florida man. Man up, bro. Let me see you fish up like that again.
Oh, you're both Jewish, right? I want to see Jewish on
you're
Jewish.
two dogs in the fence.
What is it you want to talk about?
Bro, we're already having a conversation. You already contested shit that I said.
I already said that what you said wasn't the point.
Okay, why do you think that they were incapable of getting those statistics on primitive men? Do you agree that I just basically served you up and you were thinking about it very shallowly? You were thinking about it in such a way that, yeah, okay. So we are having a conversation. And so I'm going to continue to, because I'm knowledgeable and I can back my shit. I'm going to continue to say what I'm going to say. Yeah, okay, because you know that you can't fucking defend it. It's better to just stop now than double down and have me fucking
it's not always a fucking debate, Shamos.
Yeah, it is, motherfucker.
It's always a debate. It's always a debate, Florida man.
It's a debate.
I forgot the room you in. This chillism,
You
though.
came to a gunfight with a knife, man. It's always a debate, motherfucker. Where do you think we are?
Asshole. You ruined it. Now I'm pulling out my 9.
I thought oh God.
Alright, y'all said, man. I don't like when Florida man take his tail like that, man. You can't always expose your belly, bro. Come on. At least like
he's pulling out his 9.
My nigga's scared. Yo, Florida, don't be scared of my nigga. We got you.
I got a 9.
I think to do this properly, we need, I think to do this properly, Florida needs one coach and Shamos needs a coach, and then we need a ref.
I got Florida.
How about this, man? How would we put a title on the line? How would we put a title on the line?
Jacobus as my coach, though.
How would we put moderation on the line?
I knew that was coming. I knew it, and I liked it.
Shay, I got you. Let's spread it up. Get a topic. Let's do 10 minutes. Let's do a round.
This is gonna be like drumline.
Yes, and the only ones that can come off the mic besides Florida or Shamos are their coaches.
Why would a coach be necessary, though?
If you're dying, you need your coach to talk about it.
What y'all want to do? 2-minute rounds? We could do a lightning debate. 2-minute rounds.
Well, let's pick the topic first, and then
Wait, we gotta pick the rules first.
You're gonna organize this whole thing that I'm not ever going to agree to.
You gonna fuck this nigga, Florida. Don't worry.
Well, you already losing and you ain't even started.
Exactly.
Concede there is a loss. I get it.
As Shay's coach, we'll go 2 minutes.
Why don't you go Florida? Florida, you got this expensive job. You're the big man on campus. Why don't you show it? You know this motherfucker lives in this car outside of a casino.
Yeah, you're gonna get mega dunked by a homeless guy, an ex-drug addict. You're gonna get mega dunked intellectually by me. It's gonna be even more funny.
Especially.
Yeah, let's see it. Put it on the line, bro. You're the good wife. You up there in Texas, living your life.
Let's do it.
You know, living in a home. Yeah.
Shay versus Florida. Do a topic. Do 2 minutes apiece. Let's do it. Why not?
You guys are the ones trying to figure it all out. Just let me know whatever it is.
Listen,
and then I'll tell you again, I don't want to do.
When Lion debated him, it was no problem, bro.
Well,
Lion and him had
let's not sit here and continue to gold him. He's already rolled over and showed his soft underbelly.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
continue with the conversation, knowing that he's going to guard his tongue a little bit better going forward.
All right, so look, that's all to choose the argument. That's it right there.
We already have a
Right
topic.
there. I got the topic.
What's the topic?
Let's talk about what women want in this economic society. That nigga can't fight that fight. Talk
Dick
about
and money. Dick and money. Next.
Yo, shut your gay ass up, man. What are you talking about?
What do they want? What do women
Joe,
want?
I thought you were meant to be a coach. What is that?
Women want to engage in rampant hypergamy up until the point where they're about 30-something years old and hit the wall, and then they realize that Chad is only going to fuck them and never going to commit to them, and then they adopt some beta cuck boy like Florida, get them to marry him, and then steal half his wealth and turn his children against him, and then go back out and become whores again.
Florida, he's going to defeat himself. That's why I chose this argument for you. Now, all you got to do is punch that nigga a couple jabs, you win, my nigga.
And I meant dick and money and loyalty. Dick and money and loyalty. That's what women want.
Hey, Florida, all you got to do is show one woman that can actually love you to the end, and then you win the debate.
That's right.
Dick and money and loyalty.
Florida is probably on marriage number 2 right now. I mean, he's probably already a big one.
Who is
Florida's single, bro.
Why? Because you got divorced?
Never been married, bro.
All right.
I'm
Never found a woman that was worthy of marrying. Except
Yeah. I'm a homeless drug addict. That's why I'm not married. What's your excuse, dumb motherfucker?
never found another woman that was worthy of marriage. Other than
Okay, so you're
let's
so you're broken essentially. You're essentially broken, and you're trying to flex on me. Okay, cool.
Wait, Florida. What
broken's
is
the wrong way to look at it, dude. It was my outlook had always been to just stay single. Never wanted to be a family.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Who never wanted to adopt the real tribulation.
You actually found a woman that wasn't worthy.
No, I'm saying he didn't want to be a man is what he's saying. He's saying that he didn't want to be a man.
There's a difference.
No. The way to become a man is to adopt responsibility. The best way to have responsibility is to have a family and have shit on your shoulders that you can't back away from. You can't walk away from. No, there's no way to gain more responsibility than to be a family man. I'm telling you, I'm a homeless fucking drug addict, whatever, done all this shit. That's my excuse. You're apparently a well-adjusted, educated white man. What's your fucking excuse?
Well, I'm not educated. I can tell you that much, Shamos. I'm not educated, right? I was a C's get degrees type of a student in high school. I dropped out of fucking college, and I just went straight to work. I found my way in sales and made way more money than any of my friends that went to college and got 4-year degrees, and have consistently made more money than most of them still to this day.
Okay, so you fulfilled the top requirement to get a good mate. That is to have a lot of wealth at your disposal, and you were still unable to secure a good mate. This is a tragedy.
It's more like
ought to be a play put on by fucking Shakespeare in some type of tragedy of sorts.
Shamos, explain that thought logic.
Well, what I'm saying is the number one way to get a good mate via being a man is to have access to wealth.
Correct.
And then and so you have the most powerful thing that can get you access to a good mate, and you squandered it, never got a good mate. It's like, this is a tragedy.
No, it's great. I get to do what I want when I want.
Yeah,
if I want to go on a trip, I go on a trip. If I want to go play golf, I go play golf. I get to do things for me, and it's great. Do I want to be a family man now? Yeah, but that outlook only changed over the last 3 years. But being single and 20 was phenomenal. Being single and 25 was even fucking more fun.
Hedonism is not the path to meaning in your life.
Well, it was when I was 25, Shamos.
It never was. You just weren't a wise man when you were 25.
That you know that there are tons of fucking men out here that are literally living like heathens, and you're friends with a fuck ton of them. And you yourself are one because you paid for sex with fucking hookers. Propagating a lifestyle for women.
I've never. Let's be clear. If you're gonna call a spade, I've never paid a hooker for sex. I've propositioned women that I know that are not hookers, and I proposition them with enough money to get sex from girls that aren't hookers. Okay, so get that straight. I've never fucking spent money on a fucking hooker.
How you blackmail her? What did you? Bro, by definition, she's a fucking hooker.
Okay, but you get the distinction I'm trying to make. You get the distinction that I'm trying to make.
You think you're fucking trying to flex on these women?
Okay. Let's
then they could fathom from anybody else for sex.
Let's flesh it out. Let's flesh it out.
Like, yo, look at me. I got 5 Gs. You want to fuck now?
Let's flesh it out, okay? If you don't think there's a meaningful distinction. A hooker, generally speaking, is a woman that will just be sold to the highest bidder. She's fucking all sorts of random johns. I'm not fucking with no nasty ass hoes like that. I go to a girl that I know in my real life.
Sex. If you're offering her $5 grand or 10.
Okay, but I'm willing. I'm not denying that I'm paying them for sex. So you're arguing a point that's not even being contested. I'm just saying they're not like battle-hardened hookers that are selling themselves to the highest bidder.
But they're also not women that are sleeping.
These are literally girls.
Shamos. They're not women that are sleeping with you for free, and that's my point.
Yes, obviously so, because if they were to, that's the whole point of MGTOW, dumbass. If they weren't going to sleep with me for free, I'd have to put in effort otherwise. Take them out to stupid little dinners, fucking cohabitate with them so that they can wreck me in court, fucking, call my job and try to get me fired if I had a job or whatever. The last 3 girls that I fucking had, they all put the cops on me, all fucking called my boss and tried to get me fired. It's like, it's the same shit. So you're saying the only way to not pay for pussy is to risk my fucking future in my life with these hoes? No, I'm just going to pay a regular girl that works at Buffalo Wild Wings enough money to get her to do the deed. Yeah, that's way more practical and way less risky. And I'm not afraid to fucking admit that. I'm not a fucking incel. In fact, I'm a good-looking guy, and I'm smart enough to insulate myself from these fucking hoes.
Damn, you just lost all night, douche. You just lost every argument.
Who the fuck said that you could mic up? Remember we were doing Florida versus Shamos? No one said, get Joe in there, get Joe, he's so funny. We want to hear what Joe's got to say. Shut your dumb ass up, Joe. I don't even know who the fuck you are, and probably no one in this channel does. Sit the fuck down. Let me handle this. Chirping little fucking ankle biter motherfucker.
For the record, I did not move Joe to the.
I'll move his white ass now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is obviously
every guy has a different excuse for why he's not in the premierest of premier levels, or everybody has a reason or some justification for why they haven't done X, why they're not living up to someone else's standard for them, right? But at the end of the day, what everybody has to be able to do is wake up in the morning, shower, wash their face, and brush their teeth, and look themselves in the mirror to be able to go out for the day and not come home and decide to overdose on drugs or drink till their liver explodes or put a fucking bullet through their head. Everybody has to be content with their own expectations. When people like you come on Clubhouse and spew your rhetoric, it's an indication that you are so pitiful about your position, and you are venting to the rest of Clubhouse as if you're using Clubhouse almost as psychiatrists, psychologists, just shrinks to listen to, right? On the other hand, I'm really content with where I'm at. I'm really still content with like everything going on in my life for the most part.
So you're content with being a 40-year-old man with no responsibility that's pursued hedonism his whole life and doesn't have a family and never took the true path to becoming a real man.
100% still
You're
happy with myself.
Okay,
yes.
then you're just okay. So you're just satisfied with nothing.
Different priorities, different strokes for different folks, bro. Like I said, everybody's got a reason, everybody's got a justification, but at the end of the day, just because like you're not meeting the expectations that somebody else has for you, or what your ideal expectations are for yourself, it's no reason for anybody to like.
Oh, just as long as I'm okay with it. That's atheism. Stop being an atheist.
Your pessimistic outlook is just, it's torturous to listen to.
Dude, this atheist logic.
People like you don't have friends in real life, Shamos. I would never hang out with a guy like you.
Bro, that's a compliment.
Well, you can't afford him.
Well, that's fair.
Florida won the argument. He defeated him. He broke him.
He didn't win shit.
No, Shamos pays for company. Shamos pays for company.
And what's the problem with that? You pay for company too.
No, I don't.
You're either paying out of your pocket or you're paying with fucking your future assets, the respect of your children, the fucking the risking of your job, the fucking destruction of half of your assets. You're paying one way or the other.
You got a trick ass motherfucker in here.
My driveway.
Now he's going to anecdote again when he doesn't realize I'm a generalization. Everybody thinks they're so special, and that because their situation differs, that the rule.
No one's as special as Shay. No one.
Because you're the exception, there is no rule. No one said for me to go against you.
Right now.
When these whites fight, stay out.
Yeah, because there's an exception, that means there's no rule. That's your logic, Joe. You're like a feminist logic. That's how dumb you are.
I'm as dumb as a feminist?
You're employing feminist logic.
Way to go, bud.
You're trying to say that exceptions disprove the rule. That's not true. Exceptions are what
say every one of my relationships I pay for?
What don't you understand about my explanation?
That you said I pay for all my relationships, just like you do. And I gave you an example of where I don't. And then you said it was an anecdote.
Okay. Name a relationship that you have with a female that you're not paying for in the way that and I'm going to go back to the things that I said, so I hope you remember, because if I can show a link. I'm not talking. We're talking about a relationship.
About that. Oh, you're not.
We're talking about an intimate relationship with a woman. Remember, the goalpost was me talking about paying for hookers. We're talking about intimacy. So now you're bringing up your sisters. What are you? Are you from West Virginia? Or do you not know what we're arguing for? You were criticizing me for paying for intimate partners, and I'm saying if you have an intimate partner, you're paying one way or the other. And so now you're bringing up your sisters. Okay. Let's go to your wife. Now, do you remember the examples I said? You're either paying her with the money out of your pocket and paying her to go home and be done with you after you fucked her, or you're going to pay with potentially half of your assets, the respect of your children as she raise them to hate you. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying every fucking marriage ends in a divorce. I'm just saying that that there's a general trend that affects most men. The divorce rate is over 50%. 75% of divorces are initiated by women. The courts heavily favor women. And so what don't you understand? The courts are gynocentric. They're all against the men. 50% of marriages end in divorce. If you're sitting here saying that everything is boo-boo fucking happy sunshine with you, that's not a disproving of my claim, dumb motherfucker. See how dumb you are? See how you're not considering anything?
I don't think any of that's true at all.
Okay, what's not true? Let's go through it. Let me expose you for being a fucking fraud. What's not true?
Marriages end in divorce, right?
Okay, let's pull up the statistics.
Yep.
You're going to look like a clown.
And 75% of them are initiated by women?
Yes. I can't believe you think I'm not familiar with these statistics and I'm making this shit up. You're going to look like a clown.
I'm not saying the statistics are wrong, but if they're initiated by women, then why are we just paying the women not to get divorced?
No, you don't understand. The incentivization of a divorce is paying them to why pay them to not divorce you when you're paying them to divorce you? When they're going to steal half your assets and the court's going to favor them.
Paying them, that's the law.
No, yeah, but that's essentially setting aside.
Stay with you.
Listen what I'm saying. You're setting up an incentive structure. It's not their property.
You're not paying them half of your shit.
All right, let's go to the statistics.
Property. It's communal property. You're so sexist that you think that getting divorced and giving a woman half of the assets means you're paying the woman. That's how you can't even see it because you're so sexist. That's not the law, dude. That's why you're so fucking stupid.
Look, you're just
paying them.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
You're just playing semantic word games, dumb motherfucker.
I am not. What is alimony?
No. It doesn't even matter. If the court settlement, they take half. No, you're just playing semantics. You're just saying that it's not you paying them.
What if the woman has more money?
What if they're going to get favored in court anyways, and she's going to take the kids, and then you're going to get a disproportional.
Yeah, if
you're going to get a disproportionate distribution.
Not getting the kids, but you will still receive alimony in states potentially. Like
alimony is.
You'll still make out. Marriage is going to benefit one person or the other. It's just obviously more so the woman that make.
Okay, here's the statistic. Here's the statistics. Hold on, shut them up. Here's the statistics. Okay, here's what
legalese.
No, shut up for a second. You asked for the statistics. Now I've got them. Shut your ass up. Here's what the AI says. Almost 50% of all marriages in the United States will end in divorce or separation. Okay, here's what the next thing I scroll down. What percentage of marriages end in divorce? According to American Psychological Association, approximately 40 to 50% of first marriages end in divorce. The divorce rate for second marriages is even higher, with approximately 60 to 67% of second marriages. Okay, now let's find out which percentage of marriages divorces are initiated by women. You're gonna look a fucking clown. You think I'm not prepared with the statistics? You think I just jumped up today and made up a bunch of shit? You're gonna look a fucking fool.
Your point is that in a divorce, a man is paying a woman, right?
No, that's not. We're going to get to that. Trust me, I'm not going to let you get away with that.
That's your point.
No. The first thing that you contested a claim. I said 50% of marriages end in divorce, and I said 75.
I agree with that. I agree with you.
And you agree that 75% are initiated by women, or do you want me to pull that stat for you too?
No. Yes. Quit crying.
Okay, so now all your last point is you playing semantic word games. You know what semantic tricks are?
Is that who filed, or is that who actually ended the marriage? That's a very important distinction to make. It's not always that the women are leaving, but women are better at getting to the paperwork and actually doing those things.
Well, that's another feminist lie. That's another feminist lie.
Bullshit.
No,
feminist propagandistic lie.
You think in a divorce, the man pays the woman off?
Yes, you don't. Whatever you want to call it, she's going to take half of your wealth. Okay, and then there's an incentive structure.
Why is she going to take that? Why? Why does she get half the wealth? Why?
I mean, are you going to play dumb about fucking
because marriage is a legal partnership, right? That's why. You act like
I don't need the reason. I made a descriptive
legal partnership.
What does that have to do with what I said?
That's why she gets half, you dumbass.
No, but listen to where the argument went. I said if you have an intimate relationship with a woman, you're paying one way or the other. Okay? And now And what I'm saying, you said you're white. And then I said that if you were talking in generalities, all these men that have wives, 50% of them are going to end in divorce, and it's going to end with you losing half of your wealth. Okay? So what do? Guess what? I'm getting the pussy cheaper. I pay like fucking $200 to $400 and fucking I don't have to see the bitch again unless I want to. I don't have to worry about her fucking stealing half my wealth, turning my kids against me, calling my fucking employer.
You're getting it morally cheaper.
No, I'm talking about financially cheaper.
Yeah, but what are your morals at?
What does that have to do with what we're currently talking about? Why do you think you can just switch the goalposts in the middle of a conversation?
Well, weren't you the one?
I said, let's go back to the dialectic. Let's go back to the dialectic. I said, if you have an intimate relationship with a woman, you're paying, and I meant paying in a financial sense, one way or the other. And you denied that. And now I'm showing you that you are paying. And actually, you're paying a lot higher of a price. No, but I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm using you as a stand-in for the general public. If you have a perfect marriage and your wife is a perfect trad wife, what do you mean? It's
50%.
Yeah. No, but keep in mind, it's 50% on the first marriage, and most people are married in our society multiple times. So the divorce rate is effectively even higher than that, dumbass. So it's a majority of men are experience this phenomenon.
The phenomenon of
getting divorced and having your wealth stolen from you and your kids turned against you to hate you because they're going to get raised by their mom who's going to resent you.
Dude, that's so funny. Like, no, it's
what's so fucking funny about it?
Because you're assuming that every divorce leads to an unfair separation of community.
No, I'm not. I'm assuming that the general rule.
And the
no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. You just said it.
I'm not assuming that every marriage ends that way. I'm saying the majority
you
is.
You said every divorce ends that way. You said every divorce ends that way.
Are you from America?
What?
Are you from America?
Yeah.
How do you not know this?
He's playing dumb.
And your mic sounds loud.
I've been divorced.
It's called self-serving ignorance. He's playing dumb because it serves him in this conversation. It's self-serving ignorance. So you fucking so
what it really is. You just one of the failed white men that you just like to rag on women, and then matter of fact, just general society.
You talking to me?
Hack it. You can't hack it anymore. You fail. Even your own kind looks down.
Yeah, you talking about your white ass.
Talking to Shayla's.
No, he got.
Nah, he's talking to you.
I'm talking to
you,
Shamos.
Joe.
Man.
Both of them really, but I'm talking to Shamos.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, Shamos good peeps, bro.
Look, just explain to me what I said that
makes
that's wrong.
I'm just curious. What makes them good peeps?
Get out the white people. He wants to help. Yeah, he wants to help black people out, and he's one of the most honest dudes I know. What are you doing? You didn't hear his argument? Oh, come on, man. I don't want to go through it again.
I don't either.
So Nathan, I have a question for you.
Yeah, she has her tits hanging out in her PTR. Put your tits away.
Oh my gosh, leave me alone.
Put your fucking tits away.
This is America. I have the freedom to show.
No, you have the freedom to be a whore. That's what peak feminism is. Freedom to be a whore. They didn't want equality. Now they want the freedom to be a whore.
Pay for them.
Yeah, dude. What are you crying
Put
about?
your fucking tits away. Where is your father?
If it wasn't for whores, you'd get no pussy.
Yeah, my father's so big.
This is literally like one of the types of women you can pay for. Just hit her up. Tell her you want to pay.
Yeah, see, you got the freedom benefited you so much. Now you can be a whore and show your tits online. Put your tits away. Do you have a father?
American woman, would you sleep with Shamos for $5,000? American, hold on, wait, 1 second.
I can't afford you.
American woman, would you sleep with Shamos for $5,000?
No.
10 grand.
She would do it for less than that if I encountered her in real life.
No, I wouldn't.
So fucking
No, I would.
This is called a self-serving lie.
Because
I'd
he pays for
underbid
it.
him just to be
I'm
nice.
not about to
But he only wants to pay women that aren't actually hookers.
No, are you awake?
But hold on, no. It's just kind of weird to like start an argument with someone who's not even talking to you. Like, what the fuck?
I just want you to put your tits
No,
away.
but I'm not going to. So relax off of me. Just chill.
Dude.
Relax.
Put your Unabomber away.
Wow.
You know, look at her laying on her bed so that they sit all up, all nice and perfect because she's on her back. You know, they're saggy as fuck, and when she stands up.
Okay.
I'm just saying, put them fucking saggy ass titties away that you're trying to.
How like no one.
Oh, come on. Let's talk about the stage. Go ahead. American want to say something to me. What's up, America?
No, if they can, let me say this last thing. If they can pull their tits out, I want to bring ball cleavage out. I'm going to make.
Before I ask you the question, can I address what he said or no?
If you want, I don't give a shit.
It's just weird. Like, I really hope whatever you have going on, you heal from. Because, like, to attack somebody unprovoked is, like, a bit strange. So, anyway, Nathan, I was just going to ask you what you thought about the title.
What's wrong with the title?
I was just asking you, like, yeah, are black men voting for Trump? I don't know. That's what I was going to ask.
It says, like, the blacks, but the coons aren't. And technically, because the coons are black, yeah, black men aren't. So,
If black men were voting for Trump, Obama wouldn't have had to guilt y'all into it.
Man, Shay thinks
How
he
does
has
it feel
all the wisdom
knowing
in
that
the world.
the only way
Shay thinks he
how
can
does it
just
feel?
drop these
How does it feel,
one-liners.
Shamos, knowing that the only way that somebody would
let you touch them in an intimate ways if you had to shell out money to them.
That's not the only way. What part don't you understand? I could get it for free, but I would be risking way more.
Bottom of the barrel. The women that would do it for $200 are the bottom of the barrel, like meth head.
No.
This man just has like this vitriol towards women for whatever reason.
That's not true. Listen, I'll explain it
because
to you.
you're literally
You're only paying
attacking people for
$200?
no reason.
No, I can explain to you. The first time, listen. I'll explain it to you. I'll put y'all on game. I'm gonna put y'all on game right now. When you first proposition a waitress at Buffalo Wild Wings for sex, and she's never accepted money for sex, you have to pay about $1,000 or a little bit more to get her to do it, right? And then what happens is the second meetup, you just give her less. The third meetup, you give them even less until by the 4th, 5th, 6th meetup, she's willing to come by, do the same work for $200. Over the course of the fucking engagement, it averages out to $200 to $300 cost per nut. Okay? Now, fucking most of these marriages
that were down to $50 a night at one point.
No, but but see, this is the thing though. See, he already admitted.
At what point did these women come over for $50?
I didn't say it. When did I say $50? Are you listening to what I'm saying?
You said you start at 1,000, and then eventually it gets to a $200 ROI.
You still tricking out because you couldn't get somebody to want to touch you.
Weed, what don't you understand about what I've said? I've said that I'm not an incel. I'm a good-looking guy. I'm capable of getting women without paying for them. And the reason why I don't is because it's not cost-effective and you're risking way more by doing that.
Yeah, I heard you the first time.
How are you?
You may have a pretty face, but your personality makes you dull.
Hey, if I pick up a waitress for free,
Chases women away.
wait, if I pick up a waitress for free, how is that more risky?
Ding, ding. It chases men away too, quite frankly.
Y'all are going to present scenarios that aren't.
Y'all jumping. Come on. Don't jump to one person.
Yeah. Let's have 5 different idiots shotgun a bunch of arguments at me that are incoherent. We can't follow the thread.
Ashley, you got Joe. It's literally 4 against 1.
I said, nominate one dumbass, and I'll deal with them one at a time. No, one of you dumbasses, nominate yourself.
He can't talk without yelling into the fucking phone like a retard because he's a meth addict.
That's a fact.
Bro, you're getting schooled online by an alleged meth addict.
You got schooled by life.
What does that mean? You're just getting slapped around and megadumped by a drug addict?
No. You gotta pop pills, you gotta take meth, you gotta do all this shit just to cope with life.
Yeah, and I still have 25 IQ points more than you do.
Why would I value your opinion on anything?
If you don't think I have 25 IQ points on weed, you're fucking crazy.
Well, if you don't think I have 25 more than you, you're fucking crazy. Anybody?
No. You haven't demonstrated.
No.
You haven't demonstrated that.
Anybody can do what you do.
Listen, Joseph, don't fall for the meth head.
No, but I want to ask.
That's a red herring. I got more intelligence than you. No way you can substantiate that.
Wait,
that's
why
number one.
does
Why delve into that?
You're an inarticulate little hood monkey. You've demonstrated it, not me.
Right, and then your logic and trick.
Your verbal IQ is fucking almost zero.
It's easier to pay for sex. That's more cost efficient. That's the trick logic that you presented everybody today. Listen, bro, you just a failure in your own.
Yeah, I'm part of the MGTOW movement. I'm part of the MGTOW movement.
Your family should have been already wealthy, but they were too stupid to handle the privilege that they already had just for being born white. And then
what do you mean? My parents are wealthy. What are you talking about?
Failed white man. You're a failed, and they failed too because they had you.
My parents are wealthy. Where are you getting what you're saying from? Are you just making shit up in your head? Because
you're proof of their failures is what I'm saying, sir. They failed, and you're a product of that failure.
He's saying because you are homeless and you deduced to paying for sex, and that if your parents were wealthy, you're clearly their failure. You're their black sheep.
But we know that there are counterexamples to that. It's not if you think behind every if what you mean is it's just a definitional truth that if you do bad stuff in your life, that's just what a failure means. That's just the definition. That's just what the definition of a failure is you failed as a parent if your kid has any of these negative outcomes. If you're just defining it definitionally like that, it's just circular. But if what you're saying is actually like a legitimate claim, there's obvious counterexamples to it. There are examples of people that have been really good parents, raised their children really, really well, and then they went off, had their own free will, and did bad. So it's not true unless you're just framing it in terms of a definitional claim, which is you just arguing circularly. So there's obvious counterexamples to that. So just don't even sit here and try to fucking pretend. You're throwing insults that are backed by nothing, and then when you're getting exposed for being a fucking intellectual fraud.
All right, next. Okay, that's it for Bleed. Go ahead, who else? Go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah, bring Ashley's ass up here. I can't wait to deal with Ashley.
All right, let's hear your best shot.
You had some shit. You were micing up trying to interrupt. You had some shit to say. Say it.
Yeah, I've dealt with meth heads before. I grew up with them. So
you probably had a few kids by him too. Yeah, you know how to pick them.
Yeah, because I've been married. I've been with my husband since I was 19 years old. I'm happy. I'm married. I didn't fail at life. You're homeless in your car, alone, counting nickels and dimes for how much it costs a nut inside of a woman. How many other men on this stage? How many other men calculate how much it costs a nut inside a woman? Have to make those calculations. I don't think
when the cost per nut gets too high, you have to ditch them.
Failure, you are a sad failure.
That's a practical, pragmatic way of assessing the value.
You're angry at women because you don't want to look in the mirror and
not trying to have a
conversation. Reality you have failed at life.
So, Seamus,
you don't have anything to really say. Okay, 1 second. That's it for Ashley. You gotta give him a chance to respond. You know, if he doesn't give a chance to respond, we just can go to American.
Make one consistent claim and then defend it, and then let me respond to it. Don't just fire a bunch of insults and see what sticks. You got something you want to say that you think you can back up, say it, and then let me respond, and I'll just expose all of this fraudulent behavior that you're engaged in.
That's some bullshit. You know, you got Nathan up here cornering your ass, so you can just.
Let's make it an actual discussion instead of people just yelling over each other.
Exactly. It was a discussion, but you're the only one who's doing all the yelling. That's the crazy shit about it.
But it was a one-on-one, but other people wanted to get at him as well, too. So, okay, go ahead, American.
I was just going to ask Seamus, like, what are some things that make you happy?
Jesus Christ. You need God in your life. Put your tits away. Where's your father?
My father's at home sleeping.
Right, does he know you have your tits out on the internet?
My father doesn't pay my bills.
Would he be proud to know that his daughter has her tits out on the internet?
He doesn't pay my bills. So.
Did he fail as a father because you have your tits out on the internet?
I have a father, do you? Or did your father touch you? Or
you must not love him very much.
Weird.
You must not love him very much, or he must not have communicated that he loved you very much.
And I wish you learned to love yourself too.
Yeah, another hedonistic woman.
Yeah. And what about it?
We needed another materialistic hedonistic woman in this world. We didn't have enough of them already. We didn't have enough of them already.
What does being a Christ follower get you? Nothing. Like, you're so broke and lonely and disgusting.
Okay, so rampant materialism. It's all about money, not being broke. That's why these women are whores.
Yeah, but they're doing better than you.
One nigga rides up in a fucking BMW, he could have your pussy tonight. One nigga pulls up outside the club in a fucking Lamborghini, he would have your pussy that night.
But I have a job and I pay my bills. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're probably one of the waitresses at Buffalo Wild Wings.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you would be probably, if I told you my real name, you'd be like, oh shit, that's that one guy from Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, it's me, bitch, remember?
Yeah, no. This is kind of corny.
You're probably a fucking stripper.
No.
Major Jacobus, add something, please.
Okay, we're going to move on to Jacobus. We're going to move on to Jacobus.
Also, Rhea, you keep saying stuff in the chat. Just mic up if you're
keep it to the chat. Keep the chat to the chat.
It's just weird.
You know we keep the chat
he's obsessed. Some of these men need to commit suicide. I see why men commit suicide so much. It's a lot of race. Y'all niggas ain't worth shit.
All right, we going to Jacobus. Go ahead, Jacobus. Come on.
Now, first and foremost, I would like to say it was a wonderful fight you put up, Florida. I'm proud of you. You knocked this nigga out. We set him up with the jab. He wasn't ready. Like Yu-Gi-Oh, he wasn't prepared for the battlefield. Now, I would like to change the topic to something more permanent for the moment. And in my discoveries, because I usually discover things every 2 or 3 days, early I discovered 93% of the people in Italy have herpes. But what I finally discovered was most people are homosexual because they have postpartum mothers. And I think we should talk about that.
Wait, men with dead moms
no
really be gay?
No, postpartum. You know, like when a mother don't want to be around a kid.
Postmortem.
Oh no, not postmortem. Postpartum. So a lot of these women, they don't realize that their neglect, their inner feeling, can cause their sons to be gay.
What?
Yeah, it's very deep. And now we must ask the women to be responsible enough to talk about it. How has your postpartum caused your son to become or have homosexual tendencies?
Homosexuality, there's nothing wrong with it. So
yeah, there is. It's a sin. It's ungodly. It's abomination. It's fucking gross, and it's anti-human. There's a lot wrong with it, you fucking hooker.
No, there's not. Love is love. So
I think I'm very vulgar, so I'm gonna try to hold my tongue a little bit, and I'm gonna say that when we have women that neglect their children and think it is excusable to hate them because of whatever feelings they may have, it causes their children to be malfunctioned, to want the opposite sex, to be confused, and in some terms mentally ill.
But those aren't your kids though, so mind your business. Mind your business.
Social mommy.
You a little
Social mommy.
nigger in your face.
My mom's
weed. I've never. No, a white dude that called me, the last white boy that called me a nigger to his face. He had his whole face lacerated and broken in with one punch. I'm a bitch ass nigga, but you live in Alabama, getting heckled by white boys. Like, nigga, you live in a whole fucking state where niggas are scared of white people. I live in a state where motherfuckers shoot at the KKK.
No, bitch, you ran away from the South.
I just want to add that in the Northwest, the Negroes are white. They are very cultured.
We just want to wait until everyone stops talking at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what's going on? You know what's going on right now? We all talking at the same time.
Yeah.
Usually we're in a room like this because there's some truth behind it. That's all it is. That's the embarrassment.
When you talking, Nathan, could you talk more so that I can talk while you're talking?
I would like to know how many women on stage has postpartum and how many of their children exhibit these homosexual tendencies that they pass off as cute and adorable when it's really disgusting.
I would love to talk about that.
It's kind of alarming to worry about other people's kids.
No, it's kind of responsible to care about the children in your community.
But it's not your kid.
It's very manly to do that. It's very responsible. It's parent-like. It is the type of thing a character of high morals would do, to care about the children in the neighborhood, to care about the children in the school.
Did you know that more homosexuals come from single-parent households than come from nuclear households? Single motherhood breeds homosexuality.
Listen, we need
single motherhood breeds homosexuality. Look, these women basically raise their kids on TV dinners and then saturate their testicles with microplastics, and then they lose their testosterone and become faggots. Okay? This is all true. This is all studied. We all know about it.
I wasn't going to say it in such a vulgar manner.
Yeah, but they're living their best life. As long as you're living your best life, that's what matters.
You would destroy society on the grounds that homosexuals and degenerates are living their best life. You are the problem with America, bitch. I'm sorry, we can't say that.
Sorry.
No, wait, look, let's not do that. But Shay, I want you to not, hold on, real quick.
But you're saying
let me acknowledge something, real quick. Let me acknowledge something with Shamos. Shamos, you ever heard that saying? They came in for the room for the Austria people. Then the Austria people got up. They came for the Puerto Ricans. The Puerto Ricans got up. And when they came for the Jews, nobody was there to say anything. Some shit like that, right? She's the type of person that says, hey, it doesn't really matter what goes on. It's not our responsibility. Let it just pass on. It'll get fixed on its own.
Nathan is that way as well.
Yeah, and then society goes up in flames around her while she pretends it's okay and says, "Oh, just do you, girl. You're such a queen." Even though birth rates are down, marriage rates are down, the whole society is being destroyed. We're in the middle of a culture war, but just do you, queen. As long as you're happy. You are the problem with America. You're the problem with our society. People like you.
The same. But why do you want everyone to be the same? Like, that's what's so beautiful.
Because
it
breeds a cohesive, fucking stable society.
People to be
Shamos,
happy.
It breeds a cohesive, stable society. That's
we need
why.
happy people before anything.
Yo, Shamos, you ever seen like a fat woman on a podcast say, "Yo, people are intimidated"?
Almost all women are fat these days.
Now, no. But look at this scenario. You see these women; they try to act like they suffer from these problems that they never would go through in real life. Like they're not pretty enough. But now, hold on, real quick. Let me just land this real quick. So, like, when I see women post sexual pictures and then pretend that they're antagonized by men of sexual origins and shit like that, I begin to see this propaganda, this fakeness, this fraudulent behavior in order for attention. So it's like me, I want to target the problem, the cancer in itself. And I say, hey, maybe we need to evaluate these women for toxic femininity.
Why don't you evaluate yourself and look in the mirror?
No, see, let me explain what is toxic femininity, because she just exhibited it. Women, when they show their aggression, they use innuendos, character assassination, and all these tactics, but they never address the point. Just like now, they say, what about you? You this, you that, because it's a way to project. It's their weakness. So I say, if they're weak, let's put them in the corner and force them to expose themselves.
I'll stay fat and happy, thank you. I'm happy, I'm married, I have beautiful kids that love me, I own my home.
Yes, I agree with you. But where did I address any of those things?
Did she finish?
No, stop, no, shut the fuck up. Fuck that. No, because now she's addressing points that nobody ever brought up to play the victim. Nobody addressed her household. Nobody addressed her marriage. And this is what I'm talking about. They want to play the victim in order to get the show. It's a hypocritical show. They want to be on the stage.
Okay, Ashley, can you finish what you were saying though? Because Ashley's talking.
You said I was a victim. You were saying shit about fat women, and I'm saying, guess what?
It was an example.
Fat happy woman. I'm a fat happy woman, and guess what? I'm happily married.
I don't think somebody could be happy being sick. Obesity is a sickness. No, can nobody be happy being sick? If we go to play this game like everybody's okay, everybody's the same. No, fuck that. Let's talk about the reality. You sick and you want to be happy.
Let's talk about that little hat on your head.
We could talk about it. We could talk about it.
Let's make that up then.
Can you men lose the chip on your shoulder?
If y'all want the chip on my shoulder, I'll tell you this. It is a conviction to set free every young man that has not the ability to do it themselves.
And I'm in the process of losing weight. I'm going to lose my weight, but guess what?
And I know you will. I know you will.
The personalities can't change. And this isn't for you, Jacobus. I like you.
Well, personalities can change, but character can't. See, can a leopard change in spots? No, we cannot. So if a woman is a whore, she cannot stop from being a whore. Unless a miracle happens, unless God intervenes, changes her heart, and make her a new creature.
He just quoted Amos 9.
Thank you. See, that's a brother that know the scripture. Most of these white women and the women arguing, they don't know the scripture.
Fuck your scripture, nigga.
Fuck women.
Exactly. You hear that demon in her? She can't control it.
Yeah,
she likes to pretend she's a feminine woman in front of men, but no, she's really a devil.
Yep, that's who I am. He got me.
The day they get you is gone, boy.
CJ Memphis ass monkey nigga.
My name is CJ Memphis.
Look what I did, Captain Boss. Oh, I'm just like, what's up, massa? Fucking monkey ass nigga. Needs his head.
What's going on with these two? Hold on. What's going on?
Yo, fuck your 12 tribes, bitch.
Man, fuck you and your dirty ass pussy.
Just like your mother. Bitch, I hope that
My
bitch
mother
dies.
is not a whore.
I hope that bitch
My
dies. Shut
mother
up.
is not a whore.
Shut up, you're
like
a fake
yourself,
ass Jew,
like your whole
bitch.
fucking
Just like
bitch.
Jacobus.
His mother has more respect than the silver tits to a bunch of random guys on the internet.
Listen, bro, don't jump me.
His mom actually has respect.
Shamos, how much you want?
His mom is a respectable woman who doesn't show her tits on the internet.
Yeah, but I do, and you're home.
And your photo is filtered because you have an ugly face.
Yeah, totally.
Look, I'll tell y'all this: when your greatest asset is paid,
like,
you're going to try to fix it up. You're going to have to advertise it. You're going to have to make it look better than what it is.
I got a filter on so you can't see my real face, but guess what? I have my tits out. Look at me.
You have a filter on, bitch. Shut up.
A hit dog is going to holler.
Wait, why
all I said was these homosexual tendencies.
Like,
the
just jealous. They
postpartum.
want to be.
Oh my God.
That's what it is. Like, they just want to be me.
He said something to me. I responded just like I was speaking to Weed.
They wish they could fuck me.
She jumped in, and so my thing is, I'll fucking knock everybody out.
Did you hear what she said? She said, "We wish you." Hold on, Ray. Let me throw this out there, Ray. Ray, don't go on
Ray. Then you jumped in and started talking.
No one
Ray,
cares.
can you guys calm down for else? Like,
hey, look,
shouldn't be jumping.
Yeah, everybody calm down.
Jumping her way. That's not cute. Just quit it. I know you don't
Ray,
like.
let me throw this out there, Ray.
That's what you feel this. Look at Tap.
I don't know Jacobus, so that's why I'm not talking.
Look at her muting me.
Look, let me throw this out there, Ray. And I think we should pay attention to this, yo.
Not you, Tap.
Yo, Ray, look at this, yo. You heard what she said? She said we want to fuck her. In other words, hold on, real quick, Ray. Ray, hold the fuck on, Ray.
Niggas asses.
Now, Ray, hold on, Ray. Listen to what she said. She said we wish you.
Memphis.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga, man?
Shut up, boy. He retarded.
A low IQ.
Yo, Ray. He's retarded. Ray.
Like what's the name?
Ray.
Can't help it. He's retarded.
Then you got this.
It's always that nigga in our army.
Jacobus, shut the fuck up. Yield your mic, Jacobus.
Yo, Ray. Look at this, Ray. Hold on for a second.
Yield your mic.
Hold on, settle down. Now they're going to try to attack. They're weak. They weak. So now, hold on. You're not a moderator. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, man. Why be over talking Jacobus? Let's learn that with this.
You know why they want to overtalk Jacobus? Because Jacobus' words threatened them and hurt them over the phone. It's very simple. So now Jacobus going to throw this out there. She said, hey, they want to fuck me. She's basically saying we want to receive pleasure from her. Nigga, ain't nobody want to receive pleasure from you. You really believe that, though. In your little subconscious mind, you really believe niggas are lining up to say, hey, I want to receive pleasure from American. What the fuck you got to offer to please a nigga? That raggedy coochie every woman got? That shit that bleed every month, nigga? You really full of yourself.
And I am, for sure.
Why do you have to get so vulgar, Jacobus? That's like really unnecessary.
What did Jacobus say though? Outside of the vulgarity, what did he say?
That's just very vulgar, and that's not entirely true. Sometimes the weakest men, you know when a man is weak when they chase vagina all around the world.
You know what they call that?